Hey, it's your friend Steve, back again for another week of my nonsense. Right in your ear holes. Coming on in. Yeah, it's gonna be the day late because recorded a podcast yesterday. Apparently didn't save it because that was gone. Because all I heard was "hey," and then it was like nothing else. It was all gone. So don't remember exactly what I said, so that's a lost one forever. I mean, it's just gone forever. You'll never be able to hear it. It was probably my best episode I've ever done, and you'll never hear it. It's gone forever. So this is just a tribute to that podcast, R.I.P. podcast. Miss you every day. Um, yeah. So I ran into. I'm gonna talk about new stuff because I can't remember what I do. I record this and then it's out of my head. It's just out of my head. So anyway, I'll just talk about other stuff now because I don't remember what I talked about. So last night. I ran into this kid that I used to babysit when I was like 16. I think he's like 23 now, something like that. 22, 23. I ran into him in a bar. Um, yeah, obviously I was at a bar. So anyway, I ran into him and we were talking, having drinks. And I mean, I haven't seen him since, I think he was like, whatever. I can't remember. I can't do math, but I think he was like 8, right? That makes sense? 26, 18, yeah, something like that. I don't remember how old he was when I babysit him. I just got free money. I mean, I'm 17-year-old kid looking for money. Yeah, it was like 17, 18 when I babysit him. Anyway, this is I don't know why I keep going on and on about it. Not really the point of the story. The point of the story was we were talking, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go." I was like, "Oh, well, it was nice seeing you." He's like, "Yeah, I got to go see my girlfriend." And I said, "Oh, well, that's nice. I always assumed you were gay, but good for you." And he goes, "Yeah, she's married." I said, "Oh, well, that's a sticky situation. Okay, I'm glad I taught you morals. That's cool." He goes, "Oh no, her husband knows. Sometimes he's just there watching." I'm like, whoa. You're like cucking someone right now?" And I think I've talked about cucking before. I'm not for it. I'm not against it for other people. I don't want to be part of it. But he's like, "Yeah, it's been going on for like almost a year." I was like, good lord. This dude's been getting cucked for a year by this dude. It's like, okay, whatever you're into. Whatever. And so I was like, oh god. I was like, I was like, okay. And I was like, what do you say to that? I'm like, okay. Well, have fun. Bye, buddy. Nice. I remember when you were young. Bye. I feel old now. The dude I used to babysit's cucking a man in his 50s. Okay, bye. So anyway, that's like the second awkwardest thing that happened to me this week. Um, so I'll have to tell you the backstory of this chick because some people are like, "Oh, you're a good-looking dude," or well, I don't think they ever said that, but they said you're funny, blah blah blah. Like, why don't you have a girlfriend? First off, I like being single. Second off, I like posting memes on Facebook about being single. And if I get a girlfriend, I can't post those funny memes anymore. But apparently, like, I was out the other night, and the dude was like trying to he's like, "Hey, these two girls." I was talking to two girls, like, not, I mean, just whatever, like talking to them like they're human beings. You don't have to have sex with every woman you talk to. But anyway, and then he goes, "Yeah, he's single and he's always posting sad stuff on Facebook. Maybe one of y'all should date him." I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I was like, that's a horrible thing to say to me. Now that's awkward because I didn't know which one I wanted to bang, so I was kind of hitting on both of them. But just talking. I flirt with everybody. But anyway, and I was like, dude, what? He's like, "Yeah, he always posts like sad single stuff on Facebook. You should get a girlfriend." I was like, dude, I barely know you. And I barely wanted to accept the friend request, but now you're like blowing up my spot. And I was like, okay, whatever. So that was awkward. And then, why did I bring that up? Oh, yeah, the most awkward thing that happened this week. So this chick, maybe like 2 years ago, probably at this point. I was at my local drinking establishment. Um, and so I was having a couple drinks. It was like day drinking with the boys, and this like cute little, I don't know, do I say black, African American? I don't, African American just sounds weird to me. She was this cute little black chick. And I was like, oh, damn, she's cute, whatever. And she was looking at me, I was looking at her. I was like, okay, whatever. But I was like with the boys, so I didn't make a move, whatever. And then like she came outside, we were all outside, and she started talking to our group, and then she started talking to me. I was like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm just, out having a couple drinks. I was like, oh, no friends or whatever. And she's like, no. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I felt bad, so I was like, oh, I bought her a drink. We had a drink together. And I was like, that was the end of it. I was like, okay. I mean, it was a fun little conversation, not a big deal. And so I'm just like with the boys, and we were like talking, and I see like this creepy old dude sit at her table, and I was like, oh god. I was like, this dude like is super creepy, and he like hits on all these young girls, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like these poor girls that just awkward. I'll probably be that dude. Be honest with you, I'll be a creepy old dude trying to bang 21-year-olds when I'm like in my 50s. But anyway, so I put on my captain, my put on my cape, and I go try to save her. And so it's like, oh hey, I forgot her name. I didn't forget her name at the time. I forgot her name. I know her name, but I'm not gonna say it because if she listens, I don't think she listens. But anyway, so I go, oh come, David's over there. He hasn't seen you in forever. You gotta come and say hello. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she's like, oh, thank you so much. And I was like, no, not an issue. She's like, I'll buy you a drink. And I was like, okay. She's like, let's do shots. I was like, oh, God. I was like, I'm gonna black out. Okay, but okay, whatever. Let's have some shots together. So we're drinking again. And then she's like, we gotta get out of here. And I was like, we? And she's like, yeah, we got to go to, let's get out of here. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm pretty drunk. I mean, I'm on my way to getting pretty drunk. So I call an Uber, and like we're sitting on this like bench area, and then she just like starts viciously making out with me. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm into this. And she's like putting my hand in her pants, and I'm like, dude, it's like 6 o'clock. I'm like, why? You are way too drunk. But I was like, I'm into it. And then, like, all my friends are, like, staring at me. And I was like, okay, this is awkward that my friend... It's kind of a cucking situation. But anyway. They were just, like, staring at me. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. But this is just, like, a good time. And I was like, she's pretty hot. I'm like, I'm into it. So, we get into the Uber. And I was like, okay, well, we can go back. We can go to my place. She's like, no, we can't. We can't go to your place. And I was like... She's like, we got to go to this other bar down the road. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm in. I've punched my ticket. I'm good to go. I'm going on this crazy train. Let's do it. So we're in the Uber. She's like 5'1". She's pretty tiny, and she like jumps on top of me. I'm a big dude. She jumps on top of me. She starts viciously making out, putting her hand in my pants, touching my dick, and I'm like, okay, this is like awkward because his Uber driver is just like, just gonna focus on the road and not know what's going on in this backseat. So I'm like, okay, well, I was like, okay, there's hotels over here. We can get a hotel because I mean, I guess you're like I didn't say this, but I guess she didn't want to come to my house. So I was like, you want to go to the hotel? Oh no, we gotta go to this bar. Blah blah blah. I was like, okay, I don't know why. I've been to this bar. It's not like the greatest bar in the world, but I was like, okay, whatever. I'm in. So where she's like keeps making out with me, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, you gotta get off me, because like my dick is like hard as a rock. I mean, it's I'm like, okay, you gotta get off me. And so she's like gets off me, and like she's still like touching my dick. I'm like, this is just like, what are your plans? I don't know why we're going to this bar if you just wanted to fuck. But whatever. I'm in. I'm still having a good time now. So we get to the bar, and like within 2 seconds before we get in the bar, get there. I look over, and I was like, okay, man, well, you have a good day. Like blah blah blah. And I'm about to get out. I look over. She looks like she's passed out. I was like, oh God. I was like, okay. I was like, hey, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm just really tired. I was like, okay. I was like, just tell me where you live. He can drive you to where you live. Oh, you're not coming to my house. And I was like, yeah, yeah, I'm good. Like, this is over because you're way too drunk and I don't really hook up unless I'm super drunk. I have to be your level or beyond to hook up with you when you're drunk. I just don't. It's just something weird that I can't like I feel like I'm taking advantage. So I was like, just tell me where you live. He'll drive you. I'll pay for the Uber. Not a big deal. I'm not letting you know where I live. And I'm like, okay, I don't care where you live. I'll probably forget where you live. Don't care. So like we're arguing, and I'm like, dude, okay, whatever. I'm like, sorry, man. I gave you 5 stars, but I got to go. I was like, I'm not arguing with you anymore. Okay, I don't care. I'm gonna get out. You could tell this dude where you live. So I get out. I go to the bar. I'm like, okay, well, I'm here. I took an Uber here, so might as well get a couple drinks because that's pointless just to jump back in an Uber and go back to the other bar. So I'm like drinking beer, I'm having a good time. This creepy old dude, another different creepy old dude, is staring at me. I'm like, okay, what the hell? Okay, cool dude. Just staring at me. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna keep drinking and pretend like you're not here. And nope, just keep staring at me. And I go, okay, whatever, dude. And then I'm just like looking at my phone, making sure that dude, like, I was like, oh, I wonder if that dude did take her, like, nope, he canceled the ride's over. It's like, maybe she called the Uber. I was like, okay, well, I mean, I can't worry about her. I mean, I don't know who she is. I don't know anything about her. So I was like, whatever. I mean, I feel shitty, but it's like, dude, I'm not arguing with you. You're drunk, and I'm drunk. It's whatever. I tried to do the right thing. Anyway, so I go, I'm drinking, and then I hear, like, oh, so you here with anybody? And I was like, this creepy dude's apparently has a victim. I was like, okay, whatever. Oh, yeah? Ooh, your boyfriend, huh? And I hear, yeah, my boyfriend, he's being an asshole and, just left me in the Uber outside. I was like, okay. Another dude left a chick in an Uber. That's interesting. Yeah, like slurring her words. And I look over and I'm like, okay, I gotta see what this chick. It's the friggin' the chick that I left in the Uber. I said, oh god, she like got out of the Uber and came in the bar. So then I save her again from this creepy old dude. I was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you bothering this man? He's like, oh, she's not bothering me. We were about to get out of here. It's like, no, that's my girlfriend. Oh, well, she's like, that's my boyfriend. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So I was like, come on with me. Let's go talk this out. Dude's giving me a death stare. Like, why'd you just ruin my chance of getting laid? And I'm like, okay. So I sit her in like a booth, and I'm like, where do you live? You're hammered. I'm drunk. Let me make sure you get home. She jumps on top of me again, starts viciously making out with me. And at this point, I'm not enjoying it anymore. Even my dick's like, I don't know, bro. This is probably a bad decision. I'm like, Dick, I know. And usually we make all bad decisions. He's like, yeah, man, I know. I mean, what are we going to do here? And I was like, I do not know. He's like, my dick's like, I'm kind of having a good time, though. I'm like, oh, Dick, come on. Why are you always like this? And so I was like, oh, God, whatever. But she's like, again, just making out with me. Like, just making out with me. So I'm like, okay, I'm still, whatever. I'm trying to figure this out. My drunk self is trying to figure this out. So then I get a tap on the shoulder, and I go, oh, God, this creepy old dude's about to, like, shoot me and, go rape this woman and bury her in a swamp or something. And I turn around. Huge black man. Huge. I mean, I'm a big dude. He's a big dude. And I was like, oh, hello. And he goes, hey, man, what do you do with my niece? And I was like, okay, first off, let me stop the story real quick. That's what he sounds like. That's not me being racist. That's the dude's voice. It's not racist if that's what the dude sounds like. So anyway, I'll just talk normal. So he goes, what are you doing with my niece? And I go, oh, I was like, this girl? He's like, yeah, that's my niece. And I was like, oh, well, I'm just trying to get her home. He's like, you're taking advantage of her because she's drunk. And I was like, no. She is on top of me. So how am I taking advantage? I was like, okay. I was like, cool. He's like, get your hands off her. I was like, all right, dude. My hands are up this whole time. She is viciously making out with me. So I was like, okay, man. And I get up, and she's like, don't go, don't leave me. And I was like, I have to go. Your uncle is very terrifying. So then I'm like, okay, finish my beer, call an Uber, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm leaving. The situation has become very toxic, and I'm waiting, and I'm like, tab out, and I'm leaving, and they're like arguing by the door, so I have to walk past them. And I was like, all right, man, nice meeting you. And he goes, if I ever fucking see you again, I'm gonna kick your ass, white motherfucker. And I was like, whoa. By the way, that's what he sounds like. That's not me being racist. So anyway, I go, oh, okay. Sorry about it, man. Didn't mean to be like that. So you have a good one. And then she goes, I love you. Don't leave me. Come back. You're the love of my life. I was like, oh, God. Okay, I gotta go. And I jumped in the Uber. I was like, if you can go as fast as you can, I will give you a huge tip. And I left. And then I went back, and my friends were like, whoa, that was quick. And I was like, you don't even know the half of it. And I was like, that woman is crazy. So anyway, cut to this, maybe, yeah, it was, I think it was last week, actually. Then I see we're friends on Facebook. Oh, by the way, maybe like 2-3 days later, she hits me up at like 10 o'clock, and she's like, where do you live? And I'm like, and you know, I told her the neighborhood I live in. She goes, I'm coming over. And I'm like, okay. I was like, all right. And then she's like, where do you live? What's your address? And I was like, I gave her my address, and I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, I'm coming over. She's like, do you wanna fuck me? And I was like, I guess. I was like, my penis is like, yes, say yes. And I was like, I don't know, this is a bad situation. Then she ended up not coming, which is probably the best for the best. So anyway, cut to like a week ago. I see her on Messenger, and I like to check on my friends. This is tough times. I mean, the pandemic and 2020 was a bitch. So, if I see people, I send them a DM like, hey, how are you? And so I send her a DM. I'm like, oh, how are you doing? And she's like, oh, pretty. She's like, pretty shitty. And I was like, oh, well, that's not good. And then she goes, yeah, my boyfriend's a piece of shit and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, goes on and on about how shitty her boyfriend is. I was like, oh, God. Okay. Cool. I just wanted to see how your mental health was doing. And she goes, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, if you ever want to get like a drink or something. And she's like, yeah, we could do that, blah, blah, blah. So maybe like 20 minutes later, she like sends me another DM and she goes, oh, you want to see my titties and ass? And I was like, that's a weird, that was a weird, just jumped right to it. We skipped a lot of steps. I was like, kind of, but I don't know. Like, I was like, I don't know. This just seems like a weird thing. So I just left it. I was like, okay, well, she's crazy. So maybe like another 20 minutes later, she goes, oh, I'm so sorry. My boyfriend, that piece of shit, hacked my Facebook. I was like, oh, okay. Well, weird. I was like, I'm glad I didn't, which is a shitty thing to do, to be like, hey, you want to see this girl's titties and ass? I don't know, dude. That's a little problematic for me. Even though I love titties and ass, I mean, it's just like, dude, the woman's gotta send it to you. I mean, just seeing, the pictures you took or whatever, I'm like, I don't know, a little weird. So anyway, I'm like, oh, that sucks. And then again, like 20 minutes later, hey, man, this is her boyfriend. I don't know how she sounds, so I mean, whatever. If you want to see those titties and ass pics, just hit me up and I'll send them to you. I was like, dude, I'm good, man. I appreciate it, but I'm good. Thanks. And then they start to have a conversation in my DMs, like back and forth, where I don't understand, like, dude, change your password, girl. Like, change your password. He can't get back in. and they're like, you're an F an asshole, you're a piece of shit, you don't have those pictures, blah blah blah. And I'm like, why am I being cucked right now? Like, I'm in the middle of your relationship, and you guys seem to be very toxic, and I don't know why I have to be involved. If you could just slide out of my DMs so I don't have to. And these are paragraphs and on and on. I'm like, oh my lordy. So yeah, so then I was like, should I unfriend her? Because she's like a nice person. And I was like, I'm just going to turn this on mute and just not get involved. And then he goes, yeah, Steven Eichenhofer, I'll fucking kick your ass, you piece of shit. And I was like, good lord, what did I do? I did nothing here. I didn't try to fuck your girlfriend. I'm sorry. I was just checking on her mental health. I do slide into women's DMs when I'm drunk. But I mean, who doesn't? I mean, come on. But, yeah, so I was just like, I don't know what the situation is, but I have to tell somebody. So I'm telling my friends on here. Yeah. So, I've started doing Twitch. Your friend Steve69. Follow me on Twitch. It's kind of like cuckolding, but with video games. I'll be fucking the video games and you can watch. Me and the video games will be having a great time, and you just be watching it, jerking off or whatever they do on Twitch. I don't know what they do. I'm not a hot girl, so I don't have many people following me on Twitch. Apparently, you gotta have like big ass titties, and guys will just follow you for no reason. But well, I guess the reasons you have big ass titties. But if you're into Twitch, your friend Steve 69, send me follow me, whatever, hit me up. I think I'm gonna start playing Red Dead, which is one of my favorite games. It's like GTA but with like horses. So I mean, that's a cool game. I've been playing Madden too. So I'm like the Chargers, and yeah, the first season was a bit of a mess. So I mean, it's fun. It's just me yelling a lot. Like, that's what I do. I get frustrated at the game. The game pisses me off. I yell and I cuss. And then people, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. But anyway, I don't want to fuck your girlfriend. I don't want to fuck your wife. I don't want you to watch. Just don't. That's all. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is I don't want to fuck your girlfriend. So don't ask me, please don't. And if I don't get like. So like my thing is I'm like the fat kid in baseball when you're growing up, t-ball, whatever. And I have no idea what I'm doing with women. And somehow I hit like a triple. I hit a ball into the alley, and everyone's like, whoa. And I'm just standing there like, what do I do? And the coach my penis is the coach. And he's like, hurry up. Go, go, go. And my penis is like, go to first base. And I go to first base, and I go to second. And then I'm like, what am I doing now? And my penis is just on third having a stroke. Like, dude, come on, hurry up. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know any. Every time I've gotten laid, no one's more shocked than me. But anyway, that's it. It's just what that's just what I had a stroke. For sure I had a stroke on that one. I might have food poisoning. I don't know. It's been a rough day. I don't think I'm hungover because I didn't really drink. I had like a couple beers last night, so it's not like I'm hungover. I might be dying. This might be the last podcast. Yeah. So anyway, what else is there? Oh yeah, why is everyone leaving Earth? Why are all these rich people leaving Earth? I've watched. I was reading Elon Musk plans to be in Mars in less than 5 years. Do rich people know something we don't? Like, is the Earth ending? Like, is the season finale of Earth, and all the rich people know about it, and they're just like, we got to get out of here. I don't know. It's just weird. It's a lot of weird shit in the news. Like the dude, this Virginia Tech player. I don't know if you guys saw this story, but apparently he was went on a Tinder date twice and got oral sex, which is good for you. I mean, hell yeah. First date, get a blowjob. Hell yeah, dude. Killing him. And then got another blowjob on another date, and then found out it was a dude. I was like, oh, okay. Didn't know it was a dude the first time? I mean, granted, the lady boys of, Taiwan or, Vietnam or whatever the lady boys are. Philippines, that was it. Wrong country, sorry. Sorry, Asians. # sorry, Asians. We're cool. They're pretty convincing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wish they would show a picture of the dude. I mean, he ended up killing him, which isn't like a really, that's a suck. Don't do that. You know, if a dude ends up sucking your dick and you got like tricked, don't get mad at the dude. You're the one who got tricked. I mean, it's what it is, man. You got your dick sucked by a dude. Why you gotta kill the dude? It's just that just sucks. But also, like, if you're a dude and you like sucking other dudes' dicks, why don't you just let them know? Like, why don't you just go, hey, I'm a dude and I'll suck your dick? There's got to be a dude who's like, okay, I'm straight, but okay. I mean, I'm not. I would never. I don't think so. There was one girl that I guess had transitioned and actually had like a vagina, like a working vagina. Not an out of work vagina, but a functioning vagina. And she was really hot. I was like, oh, I don't know, dude. I at least let her suck my dick. I mean, she was pretty hot. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I'd have sex with, like, the dick. Or the vagina. Pagina? That's what they're called. A pagina. When you have a penis turn into vagina, it's a pagina. So, I don't think I could. I mean, even though, like, it'd probably make your dick feel huge. Because it's got to be a shallow pussy. Like, it can't be deep. Like, you know, like a normal pussy is just like, oh, okay, I'm all the way in there. Like, it's probably like 2 inches deep. And you're like, okay, well, I feel like a monster. Right? I don't know. I don't think I could. Then, again, I mean, let's be honest. Some of them, sorry. I don't know the pronouns they prefer. Some of them are killing it. Like, dude, you're like, ma'am, whatever you want to be called. You're killing it. Like, you pass like 100%. And then some of them have like, you know, 12 o'clock shadows. I'm like, come on. Like, you want to transition, you got to put the effort in. Like, women, I feel bad for you. You have to do so much work. I personally, like, to be honest, no makeup, I don't care. Like, women with no makeup, I'm still like, yeah, I'll fuck you. It's cool. Like, makeup is just, you know, the lies you have to tell yourself to think you're pretty. I mean, you're pretty no matter what you are. If you're listening to this, you're pretty no matter what you look like. You're a beautiful human being. You have a beautiful soul. You've liked and subscribed to this podcast. You're killing it. You're the best. But, you know, I mean, I don't know. This might be all offensive. I might be canceled. Did you guys take a shot multiple times already? Because I'm pretty sure I'm getting canceled over this. Anytime you talk about transitioning or transsexuals or whatever they're called, you're getting canceled because you can't say anything anymore. I don't know. But that's just me. Who knows? All this is offensive. None of this is making air. YouTube has canceled me. It's okay. So we're going to go ahead and end it. And let's end it on that awkward note. And let's do a drink of the week to what did we talk about today? Let's do a drink of the week to Elon Musk. You know what, Elon Musk, you alien motherfucker, congratulations. Take us to your homeland. Take me with you. Show me about aliens, Elon Musk. Show me all about them. And then, as always, fuck Hitler. That's a good way to end it. Fuck Hitler. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Everyone tell one friend about this if you find it funny. If you don't find it funny and you think I'm a piece of shit, also tell a friend, I guess. Hey, this guy's a piece of shit. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, Instagram, and Steveogram. And that's about it. Alright. Love you, everyone. Make sure you're doing alright. This is your friend, Steve. Bye!